In today's Q&A, we have a lot of answers to questions about DCC++ and a few answers from other viewers who are helping me out with the same problem with DCC++. So let's get going with this right now. Hi, I'm Tom Kovichak, and this is Tom's Trains and Things. I do this Q&A session for model railroaders because it helps out everybody, not just me or the people that ask the question, but other people who may not be able to see these comments or these emails that I get with problems that other modelers are having. Now, a lot of these are coming from beginners, and some of these are coming from modelers who have been around for a while, but they're not too versed on electrical or electronics, so they ask these questions about it, and this is mostly on DCC++. But let me get to the first thing. Jared Nichols sent me an email saying that he found somebody that has some code for the DCC++, that he manipulated it just a little bit so he can get another motor shield working for with the Arduino Uno for DCC++. And it's a Wellman VMA-OB, I think is what I'm reading off of my notes here. And I'll put everything down in the description here. And it's infosoda.com is where the code is and the instructions for everything, and that will all be in there. And thank you, Jared Nichols, for that information. Another one is, this isn't DCC++, but somebody was asking about the AR1. It's a Digitrax product. That's for reversing circles, and they were trying to use it on DC. You can't use that on DC. As much as you try, it will not work because it works only on DCC. So if you have DC, forget it. You can't use the AR1, the Digitrax, or possibly any other brand of reversing circuits designed specifically for DCC. DC is just a whole different subject. We're talking about two different things here. Okay, now let's get on to the DCC++ issues. How to program. Now, I get a lot of questions on there, how to program with the DCC++. Conventionally, you would have to go through JMRI and your computer, or if you have a Raspberry Pi, go that way. Okay, there is a throttle that other people use that they could program with it. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll get to that a little bit further. This other modeler that is doing a lot of things, well, he has done a lot of things with DCC++, but he's no longer doing it. He's on to other projects right now. But as far as programming it, you have to go through JMRI to program, and it is a lot faster. I get, a lot of questions about the PR3 and the PR4 with the Digitrax, and even with that, even with the improvements Digitrax has made with the PR4, DCC++ still can program, go through those CVs a lot faster than the PR4. I get a lot of comments about that they switched to the DCC++ and was amazed about how fast it goes, even faster than the PR4. People have been having problems with PR3 and the PR4, and that's a subject for another discussion here, but this is about DCC++. But anyway, you have to use JMRI, or if you want to, there is a plan for a throttle where you could program with that, and I'll get into that just a little bit later because there's another one related to that. I had one modeler that was really trouble with this, and no matter what he did, he could not get all the tabs in the sketch for DCC++. And normally you would open up a sketch one way, but with the DCC++ you open it up another way, and I'll go through the graphics on this. But basically all you have to do is unzip the file from GitHub and then go to the one that has the icon, the INO it has the little Arduino icon on it, and click on open. You have to go File/Open in the Arduino IDE to do that. You can't do it the normal way by going into your sketches. Otherwise, it's not going to pull all the other tabs. It brings all the libraries in with the sketch, so you have everything there. So if you need to make any changes on it, it's right there in the sketch opened up, and it's 18 tabs. I think, pretty sure it's 18 tabs. But anyway, all you have to do is download it from DCC GitHub page, and I'll have that in the description also. Open it up, extract it, and from the extracted file, go to the DCC controller. There are many DCC versions on GitHub, so in order to get the one that you need, you have to go to DCC YouTube channel. In the About page, he has a link to the GitHub, and it's base station 121. I'll put that in the description also. So that's the way you have to do it. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more time consuming, but that's how you have to get it in there. Okay, another one is, what power supply do you use for your motor shield? Right here, you have the 2 pins on the end where you plug in your power supply. You could use any wall wart. If you have a wall wart that's 15 volts DC and 2 amps or even 3 amps, it would be fine for running this here. You have to cut the trace on the bottom of this so the voltage from here doesn't go back down to your Uno. And I think a lot of modelers scrape it, but they don't test it with their multimeter afterwards to see if it's actually all the way through, put the power on it, and they end up burning out their Uno. The other thing that I was talking about was modelers want to use more than 2 amps on there. Now, Dave Bodnar has a site, and I'll put it in the description, where he has made his own high-powered DCC system, where he has more amperage available. He built it on his own, and he has the plans in there. He has the video on there, and also going back to programming with the handheld throttle, he has also built a throttle. And there's a couple other modelers that in the past couple of months saying that they went with their plans, with Dave Bodnar's plans, and went a little bit further and added some more things on there. And I'll have to check back sometime and see if I could find those comments. They were in a video, so I'll have to search back in those videos to see if I could find it. Put that in a comment in here later on, but not right now. But anyway, Dave Bodnar's site, he has plans for a throttle where you could use that with your DCC the program, and he has built his own motor shield where he could use more than 2 amps. Now, I have one here, Polulu. I have a Polulu here on my Mega that is 3 amps, and Polulu makes one that is 5 amps. But I think it's something like $70-some. But this one right here was 20-something, and you have to put you have to solder everything on there, and it's 3 amps, but you can go up to 5 amps for a short period of time, and it has a circuit breaker in there if you hit the 5 amps, so it won't destroy anything. It'll just cut out, and that'll save it from burning this up. But anyway, the link is down below in the description. I could put it right down here, but then you'd have to copy all that stuff down. So all you have to do is go down there, and yeah, it's an active link, so you could just click on it and it'll take you right to his site. Hey, what else is there here? Power supply, touch green wire. Okay, now here's one that hasn't anything to do with DCC++, and I get a lot of people telling me this. I did a video a year and a half ago on the power supply, computer power supply, and I went through the process of showing you what to do and using a switch on it and a resistor. And I always get these comments, you know, all you have to do is hit the ground wire to the green wire and it'll run. Yes, it will run, but you can't use it on electronics because it's not regulated then. That's the whole reason of putting the resistor in the circuit, to get that power supply in there to stabilize, to have a constant resistance on it, so it will put out a constant voltage. If you don't do that and just touch the green wire to ground, then you're going to have a voltage, but it's going to fluctuate. It's going to drift depending on how much you put on there. You know, the more you put on there, the lower your voltage is going to go. You have nothing in there as a reference to keep that voltage up at a constant 12 volts or 5 volts or 3.3 volts. So that's all it is for right now. We're going to be leaving on for our vacation. So we're going to be gone for a month. I'm going to take as much video as I can. Our first stop is going to be Savannah. We're going to stop at the Roundhouse up there on our first day. We're going to stay in Savannah, and then the next morning hit the Roundhouse and the museum, and then head on out and head on up towards Maryland. Don't have anything planned for the second day, but I might hit something in between there. I don't want to take too long because I have to get there by Friday, so that'll give us a few days to play with. But I'm going to try to do some videos at the museums, depending on what the signal is like. I'm going to try to do some live ones there. We'll see how that works out. Some other places that I've been was in metal buildings, and the reception inside isn't that great. So, you know, it's going to be hit or miss, but I'll try to get something. If there's something outside, I'll try to put that on a live video. And the first one will probably be on, let me see, we're leaving Tuesday, maybe Wednesday morning at the Georgia Railroad Museum in Savannah. That's going to be our first stop. And we're going to be in the middle of May, we're going to be up in Scranton at the Steamtown thing, where, from what Sparky says, there's going to be about 200 YouTubers up there, model railroaders. And on the Sunday, I think on the 19th, I'm also going down to Horseshoe Curve, and I think we're going to hit, we'll be at Strasburg after that. We're going to hit a couple more places that we didn't hit the first time we was there. And sometime while we're gone, there's a big place in Ohio that I keep on seeing on Facebook that I would like to go to. And also there's some places in Pittsburgh that I think that I want to stop and see. And one of them is, and I'm going to have to give them a call once I get up to Maryland, is the club in McKeesport. That's right across the river from where I grew up. And DJ, if you're going to be up there around May sometime, I'm going to try to get in contact with you while I'm up there. And what else? There's another museum that I wanted to see up in around the Pittsburgh area also. I'll have to look it up because every time I go there, I forget about it, and I get so involved with something else, and it just, things go pass so fast that I just can't remember everything or everywhere that I wanted to go. But I got it written down, and this time we're going to make sure we hit some of the spots that I didn't hit last year. Hagerstown is a big railroad city. I'd like to hit that also. So the last time we bypassed Connellsville, but we didn't go down towards where the track is, but maybe I'd like to take a look at that also over there up in Pennsylvania. So that's all the things that I have planned. I'm going to be on vacation for a month. The videos will be coming out sporadically when I could get them done. I'm going to either have to do them live at the museum itself or edit them on my laptop, which is very, very old, and my daughter's internet connection isn't that fast. It's not as fast as like mine, so it might take all night for me to upload a video, but I'll get some videos out there while I'm gone. So Until the next time, we'll see ya.